we are going to kick off with a company with a wonderful name. It's actually the name of one of my daughters, and this company provides city-wide drone ports for last-mile logistics. Very futuristic stuff. We are thrilled to have their CTO joining us right now. Please give a huge welcome to Olivier Jouret.
Hello.
And this, because it's not quite fair to start to an empty room, can we please, one more time, give a big welcome to Olivier Jouret from EVA!
Thank you. Hello, everybody. My name is Olivier Jouret. I'm the CTO and co-founder of EVA. At EVA, we create the infrastructure, the necessary infrastructure to allow the drone industry to grow. Let's look at some numbers. 32 billion. That's the market estimate for drone logistics. That's quite big. Nobody, I think, puts into question the advantages of drones for logistics, including for medical deliveries when the time is of the essence. So for fast delivery, reliable drones are the answer. At the same time, we're not there yet. And apart from the regulatory issues, one of the main issues is that drone operation is quite cumbersome. It's all manual. And it's not very efficient. Drones have to come back to the original point, so you make loops, you don't make long travels, and sometimes safety of the operator can be an issue. So the solution is to create drone ports, and that's EVA, that's what we're focusing on. We've created drone ports that merge into the cities to allow a soft transition of the package from the air to the ground to the end user. We've created various sizes of ports, for small landing pads up to large stations. Our technology is quite unique because we are drone agnostic. The main thing is to fulfill a mission. So it's not about the drone, it's more about the mission. And we're able to accommodate any type of drone, whether it's a small drone for a short-range mission, or even a fixed-wing drone for long-range logistics deliveries. It's affordable because we integrated automation so that by taking out the operator in the loop, we are reducing the cost of operation, and we're flexible in terms of business model, whether it's a lease or a straight sale, whether it is for a governmental agency, a medical laboratory, whether it is for a business that operates drones. So the next step is really the drone superhighway, where bringing together drones on a secure path that brings safety in terms of operation for the environment. We take advantage of the new technologies like 5G to allow high-speed traffic to support dense logistics deliveries, as well as gather all of the data that could be used from the surveillance of all the infrastructure along the way, whether it is a railway, whether it is a highway, and that brings added value. So the traction for us is quite high. We see now a business funnel of above $10 million, which is the impact of our products, and we're here to find new partners, logistics, drone operators, and obviously investors that will help us grow to the next step. Thank you very much for your attention.
Très bien, merci beaucoup. Wow, fantastic. He brought it into the second, even with the false start and the microphone. Thank you so much, Olivier. Okay, but the question is, what do our judges think? Were all of their queries answered? Was that everything answered in that presentation? The answer can be yes, but if any of our judges have a question, now is the time to raise your hand. You don't, oh, we have a hand down the front. Yes, please, if you could introduce yourself to the room. Thank you.
You know, when it's all said and done, it comes down to execution. Tell me a little bit about where you are. Do you have any revenue today? What kind of potential contracts? What do you have?
So we are based in Germany today, in Berlin. We have a team of about 10 people with a core engineering team working on the products, and we're bringing the innovation to life. We have 2 stations operating in Saudi Arabia for logistics services with one of our latest model. We are engaged into drone superhighway discussions in Texas, where there are large budgets at stake, and we are, I would say, replicating the model in other countries in the world, in France, in Eastern Europe, in Georgia, and looking also at Asia as one of the key markets. And when I say Asia, I include also in particular India, where the drone industry is becoming to thrive as well.
What about revenue? How much revenue do you have?
Currently, it's less than $1 million, but we are obviously proud to convert.
I would go down through, if I was you, and I've done hundreds and hundreds of these competitions. That's the thing as a VC that I'm really interested in. Tell me about the reason I feel comfortable for product market fit and how you're really gauging your business, because that's exciting.
Yeah. EVA was created about 3 years ago. At the beginning, we were getting, I would say, marketing a prospect of 10K or so, and now we're more into the 100Ks or a million. So that shows that the market is responding to our offer by seeing larger budgets that could be applied to these projects.
Fantastic. Look at that, real-time coaching on stage from one of our expert judges. Thank you so much, sir. That is very good advice. One more time, a big round of applause for Olivier Journet, CTO at EVA.
Thank you.
Merci beaucoup, fantastic, and thank you for that. That's brilliant. That's a good advice for all of the pitches. You know, somewhere along the line, the question is always going to be, show me the money. This really is the bedrock of everything. It's got to work in dollars and cents. Okay, we're going to move on to our next exciting startup as our judges make their final thoughts into their iPads. They're beamed up to the South Summit mothership, and we are now going to welcome a very exciting company joining us all the way from Germany. HCharge is democratizing access to EV charging globally through their secure charge technology, reducing costs and improving user experience. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage the founder and CEO of HCharge, Chris Card.
Hi there, so I'm Chris Cardet. I'm the founder and CEO of HCharge. Years ago, I brought my first plug-in car home to a city center apartment in Munich, and I couldn't install charging. The problem wasn't power, it was the cost and hassle of installing the infrastructure, and I realized I wasn't alone. 46% of Europe lives in apartments, and installing a charger to this kind of building can cost up to 6,000 euros per charger. As EVs become mainstream, this rapidly becomes an issue of social and economic justice. Connectivity can drive up to 47% of the cost for these charging installations. This includes the cost of communications, back-end services, installation, and the hardware itself. And if the site is underground and has no mobile network coverage, the whole thing falls apart. The user experience falls apart as the mobile app can't communicate with the cloud. So we invented Secure Charge. This is our patent-pending technology to eliminate the internet connection from EV chargers. So with Secure Charge, our own users are actually bringing data from our management platform in the cloud to our chargers over Bluetooth. This allows us to eliminate that 47% related to connectivity. We completely eliminate the cost of communications. We lower back-end costs. We reduce the installation costs. And we make less expensive hardware. And speaking of the hardware, let's talk about it. We have Access Point, which is a kind of ultra-low-cost charger for the most price-sensitive environments. We also have a big, beautiful wall box. And we even have this module here, which allows anybody to add our technology to their wall box with mere weeks of engineering effort. We run a full-service business to private buildings in Germany today, with other countries to follow. We count real estate asset management and property managers among our customers. But we realized that the core innovation behind our technology was too good to hold for ourselves, so we built a B2B embeddable technology platform that allows anybody to build our technology into their own first-party charging product. There we count energy utilities, fleet operators, and wall box makers in our sales pipeline, and the beautiful thing is this line of business scales globally. We have 4 paid contracts, including energy utilities, real estate asset management, and workplace charging, another 6 LOIs and MOUs with a variety of other customer types, including some paid pilots. We have a management team that encompasses a wide variety of industry experience and an engineering team bringing expertise in embedded, mobile, and back-end development. And together, our mission is to democratize access to EV charging globally. I hope I convinced you we have a dynamite solution to a very real problem, and I look forward to the questions. Thank you.
Amazing stuff, Chris Card. Knock that out of the park with 10 seconds still on the clock. You make it look easy, but I know it is not easy to get that so smooth. That was fantastic. Do we have any questions from our VIP judges? That was a very thorough presentation. A lot of information in there, yes. Our good friend is itching to get on the mic. If you could introduce yourself so the folks streaming, thank you.
My name's Gary Fowler. I'm a serial entrepreneur and investor. I've done 17 startups and $2 billion companies. I'm from Silicon Valley. I'm a CEO, president, co-founder of GSD. Get Shit Done Venture Studios, a premier AI and quantum venture studio. We're in 47 countries around the world, and one of the areas is EV charging. That's why I'm very interested in it. So question for you. You have MOUs. How much are they worth?
They don't actually have contract values. Most of these are for pilots, and then kind of leading into what we typically do is a frame contract. So for example, with our real estate asset management company that we're working with, we have a frame contract that gives us access to basically the entire set of properties they have, but we do close them one by one by one. We're expecting to get about 1/3 of their total asset base.
How much are your paid pilots?
We have been paid, let's see, about 20,000 euros for pilots in the last 6 months.
And what's the intent? After the pilots are done, what happens?
Of course, we want these to be kind of gateways to paid scaling contracts. So I have to say, one pilot was with an energy utility R&D consortium. They will never be a frame customer for us, but this is a EPRI. This is the basically R&D consortium for every energy utility across the United States. So obviously that's valuable because it's a reference for us to get into the utility business with their member utilities.
Okay. I have other questions, but I don't want to take your time, so just look me
Happy to
up.
speak after.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for those great questions, Gary. I have a feeling you're a man who knows how to GSD, shall we say. Okay, ladies and gents, please a big round of applause for Chris Card from HCharge. Thank you so much. Wonderful stuff. Absolutely brilliant. Okay, we're going to keep the pace moving quickly. We're going to stay in Germany and welcome to the stage a company called Molabo. They are a high-tech scale-up from Germany, and they sell the world's most powerful electric drives that operate on safe-to-touch voltages. Very intriguing. We're delighted to be joined now by the Managing Director and COO. Please give a big round of applause to Adrian Patzak. Thank you.
The clock is not right, but I will start anyway. Hola, I'm Adrian, co-founder of Molabo, and today I would like to introduce our next generation e-propulsion solution to you. E-mobility is certainly one of the key answers in the fight against climate change. However, there are still some major hurdles because currently e-mobility is based on high voltages. This means that you need sophisticated equipment and specially certified stuff in order to handle these systems because they are potentially harmful for the human body. The truth, however, looks like this. Many car service stations in the world are not prepared for high voltage systems, and e-mobility is therefore a huge challenge. So how can we make sure that the entire world can adopt e-mobility quickly because we cannot lose too much time? The answer to this is obvious: low voltage solutions. You already know these systems, for example, from your e-bike. Unfortunately, low voltages always meant low power. But Molabo is changing this paradigm now. We developed the world's first high-power drive on basis of low voltages. It is safe and reliable, highly economic, powerful, and most importantly, simple and robust. Last year, we started the first market entry for electric boats, and this year we already generate 7-digit product revenues. But more importantly, we receive incredible feedback from our customers because they are finally able to offer electric mobility on the water. Our technology is really considered a game changer. And this game changer potential opens unlimited possibilities across a variety of industries. So after the marine market, we also want to create much bigger impact in the industries, commercial vehicles and automotive. Our technology gives us a very strong differentiation from our competitors. Molabo is currently in the fundraising process, and we want to use the investment in order to scale up our marine business and also enhance our product portfolio. Our award-winning team consists of both very innovative minds, but also industry professionals. Molabo is already shaping the transition to simple e-mobility. If you're interested in investing or partnering with us, please visit us at booth 87. Thank you so much.
Nicely done. Thank you, Adrian. Finishing up with a call to action. You know where to go and see them at South Summit. But what do our judges think? Are there any loose ends, any unanswered questions, any areas of personal curiosity? Yes, the microphone to Mr. GSD, Gary Fowler. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So question for you. How much more, I deal with Bosch a lot, and I deal with one of the families from Germany that build vehicles. So a little bit of knowledge. Question for you. If you use it, I saw an e-bike example. If you use it in a midline like a Bosch Performance, how much more efficient are you than those motors? What drives the efficiency?
Well, the efficiency, generally speaking, is very high for the entire system, above 95%. But the basic differentiation is that we can provide a very high performance on basis of these low voltages. So it's not only about the efficiency. Of course, we also consider efficiency, use of materials, and so on. But most importantly, it is a low voltage, safe to touch technology made for high power applications. So that's the USP.
Yeah. So I'm interested. We deal with Bosch a lot, so I'd be interested if we could follow up.
I think you're going to be speaking to some of these fantastic finalists afterwards. It's great to see. I'm very excited to see what happens. We are going to hand the mic over to this gentleman here who's going to introduce himself to our wonderful audience.
Thank you so much. This is Pedro Arriba from Saya Ventures. One question regarding, so what's your business model with this product, and what gross margins are you achieving with it?
So basically, in the marine market, we act as a system solution provider. So we understood that the electric motor is not enough for most boat builders. So we also provide batteries, charging units, displays, and so on. And currently, we are ramping up our business, so we do not yet optimize our margin, but there are gross margins possible for our drive of 50% around.
Thank you so much.
Fantastic. Ladies and gents, one more time, a big round of applause to Adrian Patzak from Molabo. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Sean. Fantastic. Okay, we are going to move swiftly along to startup number 4. Ladies and gents, do remember to share the love. If you're impressed, take photographs, post them on social media. Use the hashtag SouthSummit22. You never know who you're going to connect with. Okay, we're going to move on to a wonderful company from Spain. They are Pangea Aerospace, the company that is disrupting space transportation. They use real rocket science in order to democratize access to space with minimal carbon footprint. We're delighted to be joined by their CEO. Please welcome to the stage, Adria Argemi.
Good afternoon, everyone. Can you hear me well? Okay. So super excited to be here. Adria Argemi, CEO of Pangea Aerospace. And as he said in the introduction, it's about rocket science here. So let me walk you on what's happening in the new space race. There's a new space race which is commercial. It's not driven by governments anymore. It's about making revenue. It's pure commercial. Why so? Because the market is huge. Actually, you will hear today the only market that is limitless is the space market. We can make it as big as we want. Why so? Because we need more and more data from space, and actually satellites are getting smaller, cheaper, and faster to develop. So many actors can afford to have satellites to actually go to space and provide their services. But what's the problem? Getting to space. still the bottleneck is actually getting to space because it's a very long cycle industry and it's still going this way. Just to put you a reference, Jeff Bezos' project of super constellation Kuiper just fully booked the next European launcher for the next 4 years. And the technology we're using is old. We're currently flying on rockets that has been developed in the late 50s, just after World War II. So imagine yourself driving your CX-600 every day, daily. It's nonsense nowadays. Not only that, it's still not very sustainable because it's not reusable, so we are using expendable rockets and not utilizing the best propellants out there. So what we are offering is a new family of rockets that are really done and designed for a sustainable neo-emergent market, where reusability is absolutely key to disrupt this market and actually democratize the access to space, where we only use green propellants such as biomethane. And actually, this is the real enabler for the future. Just think about ships in the 18th century, trains in the 19th, planes in the 20th. The new disruptor for the 21st century will be reusable and sustainable rockets. And we are introducing a new type of business model into this sector, which is hardware as a service that we get the inspiration from the aviation industry. But it's not only about PowerPoints. We have achieved incredible milestones with actually successfully hot fire testing and our rocket engines, so you could actually scan it if you want to look the footage. And this is our first product. It's designed to be commercial, it's reusable, it's more efficient, and we are utilizing green propellants. So far, until now, to sum it up, we're looking and currently fundraising our Series A in order to start commercializing our technologies, to actually scale them up and enlarge our portfolio of products, and of course having our first launch vehicle ready by 2024. I'll be super happy to answer to any of your questions because here it is, it's real rocket science.
Fantastic, wonderful. Adria from Pangea Aerospace, fantastic. Okay, so, you know, in contrast to most things you see, that actually is rocket science. Indeed. But what did our judges think? Do we have any questions from our superstar judges? We have a hand going up there. If you could introduce yourself to our audience, thank you.
Hello, it's Jordi from Inveready. Actually, Inveready from another department is on your cap table, so it's like second degree knowledge. But I would have a couple of quick questions. First, regarding the team. Like you are doing like stellar work, which are the components that okay, we are competitive compared to, let's say, any USA or any other company. And the following is like the milestones you were commenting, like which is the magnitude compared to the industry, right? Where are you compared to your competitors, and if so far can be any likelihood of on your commercial stage this rocket engine not working or something like this? Okay,
I'll try to sum it up. So first on the team, so we are a team of 30 people based in Barcelona and Toulouse, so in 2 countries. And we are of course expanding. We want to reach the 40, 50 by the end of this year, depending as well on the fundraising, etc. We are very happy to have on board a superb advisory board. So we have the former Director General of ESA, so the European Space Agency, the former director of the French Space Agency, and the institutional relations of one of the primes in the industry, which is Thales Alenia. So this is on the team. And regarding the technology, I mean, the nice picture you show here is just fire and a rocket engine, but this test was unique. It was a world premiere. We are the only company in the world that has ever fired this type of rocket engine. And why it's so incredible, of course, I'm super proud of that. But the thing is that it's much more efficient than a conventional rocket engine. So what that means is that you utilize less fuel to actually get up there, or with the same fuel, you can actually get more payload into space, which at the end of the day, to our customers, what matters is how much can they pay to actually get a payload, a kilogram of payload into space. And regarding the commercial traction, we have a lot of B2G traction. We currently have 2 contracts, one with the French Space Agency and one with the European Space Agency. And of course, we are targeting much more commercial traction these days. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
2 wonderful questions there. Ladies and gents, please give a big round of applause to Adria Ajemi from Pangea Aerospace. Oh my goodness, wonderful, wonderful stuff. Absolutely fascinating. Our judges have made all their comments. They've been beamed up to the South Summit mothership. Who will win this category and go through to the final? We'll find out here tomorrow at 4:30 in the afternoon. Okay, now we are going to meet somebody who joins us from beautiful Romania. And ladies and gents, it's a pleasure to introduce to the stage Postis. Postis is an AI-fueled logistics platform helping retailers master their delivery. Postis is on a mission to enable personalized shopping journeys. Ladies and gents, please give a very warm welcome to the stage their founder and CEO, Mircea Stan.
Hello, everyone. From Space to Earth, we want to discuss about another big issue that we face now is the logistics. It's a huge problem that we have to solve. You had to either make it or break it. If you make it, you're doing well. If you break it, it's happening like this. This is the Shanghai harbor this year. What we want to do, we want to automate the last mile delivery using the data and machine learning in order to be universally accessible. We want also to reinvent the delivery in order to be a way to redo all the customer experience and not stop the experience on the shopping basket. How I do it, we want to have the tools to monitor what's happening in the whole process from what you select in the shopping basket till the moment you deliver the good and after that. How I do it, we develop a set of tools and apps in order to collect the data, and with those data, we take the decision based on machine learning and data science. The market is huge, and we only want to take only a small part of this. We have a lot of players, but with our, let's say, data collection, proprietary data, and machine learning, we want to reinvent the way you have the shopping experience. The business model, we have a B2B SaaS, where we put together the retailers and all the transport last mile logistics. The traction for the last 24 months was very good. Actually, we tripled the annual recurring revenue for last year. We have hundreds of brands which work with us in Romania, but also outside Romania. We have an office in Romania and the development center. We open a new office in Poland, and we hope to open a new one in Germany. We have a good team. We share the experience from different domains. And with that, we would like to raise 3.5 million in order to accelerate our growth in Europe. Thank you.
Fantastic, a very confident presentation, brought it in well under time. But what do our judges think? Do we have any questions? Or did that answer all of the questions? Our judges are concentrating and looking at their iPads, which means all the questions have been answered. Ladies and gents, a big round of applause for Mircea Stan from Postis. Thank you. Gracias. Okay, that does happen. Every question can be answered by the presentation. They can be so compact and expertly crafted. Okay, we're going to move on to the UK, a country I lived in for a very long time. I'm from Ireland, so it wasn't very far to travel. And speaking of which, our next company, our next picture is called Road.travel. This is interactive, curated routes for road trips, versatile routes designer for content creators and publishers, community-driven content with in-car integration. Sounds interesting. Let's give a huge welcome to the stage to the founder and CEO of Road.travel, Nikita Dedic.
Hello, everyone. My name is Nikita, and I'm the founder and CEO of Road.travel. Presenting road travel guides, digital curated routes for road trips with in-car integration. Please scan the QR code or visit road.travel/South Summit for a special offer, 6 months of free subscription, and enjoy thousands of routes already available on the platform, more than 100 in Spain and 16 starting from Madrid. Try our premium features like optimizing your trip to any budget of your choice in seconds, or booking multiple hotels in one go. It's 37 degrees this weekend. You have to escape the city, and it's very easy to do so now. So you choose a curated route in our catalog. You can do that on desktop, or you can continue on mobile, jumping from one to another using a QR code. You can send navigation instructions to a navigation app of your choice. When inside the car, connect to your in-car infotainment system to receive navigation instructions on the big screen. Then start enjoying the trip. Follow the route. Embrace the story told by the author with tips and tricks of what to do, where to go, how much time to spend there, and why. Our EV-friendly routes will help you recharge your electric vehicles at the time when you need it, so that you don't have to worry about range anxiety. Our contributors receive financial rewards for their contributions, and we are about to introduce a revenue sharing program for them. Our Creator Studio and e-learning academy provide tools and best practices for you to tell your stories in the most amazing, novel way. So again, please join us by scanning the QR code. We build partnerships across different channels. We work with tourism destinations and online travel retailers. We build new travel experiences with automotive and mobility partners. We launch co-branded partnerships with car clubs, travel publishers, and media. And we offer new avenues for revenues for creators, travel bloggers, independent writers, and travel journalists. Routes.visitsaudi.com is a perfect example of a white label solution created on our tech for a new tourism destination and adopted at a country level. So please visit and enjoy it yourself. We've recently closed a $6 million Series A round. We're targeting a 10x growth annually in revenues. And for the first time in the automotive industry, a German car maker will introduce curated routes with voice guidance based on our technology later this year. We're happy to answer your questions, receive your feedback. Please meet us at booth number 44. Thank you so much.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. That was great. To the second. He got the call to action in at the end. I scanned the QR code. I'm going to sign up. Very, very interesting. Okay, but what did our judges think? There's some interesting stuff happening. Any more questions about this startup? We do have a hand over there. Yes, if you could introduce yourself, my friend. Thank you.
Hi, hello. Thanks for the presentation. Rodrigo from Indra. I would like to ask if there is any specific requirement for vehicles to use your solution, okay, because I guess it's an aftermarket product, and also in which type of vehicles are you testing this solution? And finally, how are you generating the revenue in your company?
Yeah. Thank you so much for the questions. I'll start with the last one. So our revenues come from different sources. We do B2B or B2G partnerships with tourism destinations. So tourism offices, DMOs pay us to create content and host that content under their brands. We build B2B2C partnerships with automotive partners, with basically any brand that can help us reach the audience and generate revenues out of that. And we're now introducing paid subscriptions for end users. Now, answering your question about the vehicles. It can come in various forms. We have widgets, we have web solutions, we have APIs for our partners. So depending on the depth of integration, we can build different use cases. The one which I mentioned will be a white label solution presented as a standard feature of a navigation system. So it's a deep integration, taking a little bit of time, but getting to it. But we also integrate in simpler ways with, let's say, companion apps, mobile apps from brands.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Wonderful. But those are actually three fantastic questions. You answered them very quickly and thoroughly. Ladies and gents, a big round of applause for Nikita Dedic from Road.travel.
Thank you.
Gracias. Thank you. Absolutely wonderful. My goodness, we're flying through this. We're meeting some very impressive startups. I'm signing up for things. You've all got calls to actions. Who knows what's going to come out of this fantastic summit? Well, I can answer that. There's going to be a winner of this category. They go through to the final tomorrow. Exciting times. We are going to move swiftly on with our next startup. They are called Simply Route, and they join us all the way from beautiful Chile. They are the SaaS of smart logistics. They solve the complexity of logistics by using advanced advanced machine learning, route optimization, and artificial intelligence models. Sounds very, very interesting. Ladies and gents, please welcome to the stage their Chief Strategy Officer, Eyal Schatz. Thank you.
So he said it all, so I think I'm ready. So I'm Eyal, co-founder and CSO of Simply Route. So let me explain a little bit what we're doing. The first slide I always like to do is my team. I think the team is the most important thing in startup. So we have an amazing team. We are 2 co-founders, and we have an unfair access to the academic world. We are really solution connecting academics and the real world. So the team is the most important thing in startup. What we are solving? Deliveries. Everyone wants deliveries in 0 cost, hopefully less cost, right? Really, really fast and flexibility. So everyone knows all those companies, right? We are in Spain, Latam, in Chile, everywhere. We just click a button, we can get food or whatever we want. Like in last night in Chile, I got like a beverage in 8 minutes. So it's crazy, right? So what are the expectations? So we want specific hours, right? We want in the night, in the weekends. We want to track our product to see where the product is. But the small companies, the other companies, small, medium companies, right? Or doesn't have any software, or they have really legacy software. So, but also the big companies, maybe they lack intelligence, right? They lack machine learning data. So what we are doing is solving those kind of problems. So we are a SaaS solution. We are not, I'm always getting the question right, we are not delivering the product. We have intelligence, so the delivery companies or the retail or other companies can deliver the products at time. So how we do it? With amazing team, right? Algorithm, machine learning, we're connecting those 2. That's why the team is the most important. And we can have the algorithm machine learning with high flexibility. So we can understand the customer, we can understand the client, and then build our solution. So this is our SaaS solution. We have platform. Of course, always in the middle, we have our machine learning algorithm that we are doing by ourselves. So this solution, as I mentioned before, it's for everyone, right? It's not only small customers or big customers. It's for everyone in different kind of couriers, collection, e-commerce, and other stuff. We also have an API solution. So what is happening? A lot of companies now have their own application, right? But to get the intelligence that we have, they can connect using API and get only the intelligence, right? Only the algorithm, the machine learning, and not everything. So this is machine learning, like one day of, imagine what we can build with a lot of data. We're also building things on demand, intelligence on demand, so we can get the product right now with intelligence. Green logistics. And I'm going to go fast. This is like some of our beta clients, big clients, small clients. We are all over the place. Latam or USA now, opening Spain as well. And it's coming. And we are going really, really fast, right? We are expecting to close at $15 million. And last one, we have amazing investors. It's most important.
Fantastic.
Amazing investors.
Ladies and gents, a big round of applause for Simply Route. I'm so sorry. Thank you. Well done. You brought it in. That was really good. OK, so what did our judges think of Simply Route? Do we have any questions? Or did that presentation answer all of your questions? We squeezed the last drop out of those 3 minutes. Absolutely. Got all the information in. Any questions going once? Going twice? No questions. A big round of applause, please, for Eyal Schatz. Oh, no, we have one. Oops, I'm so sorry. OK, not yet for the, hold on. Bring those applause, but louder. I'll ask you for those in a second. If you could introduce yourself, please. Thank you.
Yes, my name is Borja. I work for Telefónica.
Hey, Paul.
I read you're charging like 40 euros per vehicle, something like that, $40 per vehicle. How much does that compare? How much value does that add to a company? Is are your customers seeing value in that and adopting this?
It's a good question. Also, always in logistics, the first question, right? You're talking with the manager of operation or logistics. So the first question, this service should be paid by yourself, right? So yes. In the average, I pass it really quick, but usually we can lower at least 10% of the total fleet. So once you lower less, like 1 truck or 2 trucks, you already paid for the service.
Okay, fantastic. I'm glad we stayed for that question. Any more questions? Oh, a question from our good friend, Gary GSD, yes.
I just have one point. I was on the original management team of the Israeli company Click Software, which we sold to Salesforce for 1.3 billion, doing the same kind of stuff. If you want to talk, I'm happy to share notes with you.
For sure. I'm from Israel as well, so it's good.
Hey, L'chaim, brilliant. Hey, this is where the magic happens. Look at that, some networking, some high-level networking happening on the stage right here. Ladies and gents, a big round of applause for Ariel Schatz. Thank you. L'chaim, Simply Root from Chile, fantastic. Okay, I'm getting goosebumps when I see networking like that happen. Who knows where this could lead? Somewhere very good. Okay, next pitcher joins us from Spain. The name is Scandal Technologies, and they provide ambient communication driving behaviors. This is very intriguing stuff. I am delighted to learn what this company is providing. Please give a huge round of applause to our CEO of Scandal Technologies, Tapio Rosanius. That's a big round of applause. Thank you. Yes.
Thank you. Let's start by your video. Check this out. Isn't it beautiful? Setas de Sevilla, España. Incredible experience, absolutely incredible experience. Over 100,000 paying visitors since July. Now, that's the sort of thing we do. We create smart spaces, we create monetizable experiences, and we drive human behavior. We do it in built environment. This is not show tech. This is prop tech. This is for the built environment. Now, most smart spaces are not responsive, so you can collect information with some clever systems. You get a dashboard, but then what? You make a decision later, but how about now? So we close that famous cybernetic loop where we generate the content based on that data coming in, and we enable human behavior to change instantly. Everything is real time. At the same time, all the control systems are really fragmented, really old school, very siloed. So we brought them all together. We consolidated. That makes everything easy. You remote manage. You control from one point. We have our own platforms. It's called Poet. It allows us to take in an open platform attitude, agnostically, practically any data in, generate content there and then beam it out through lighting, through sound, through video projectors, LED screens, wayfinding, smell, practically anything that's sensorial in a built environment. And you see how that goes towards emotion. And what drives this world nowadays? It is emotion, and it's indeed experience. So we like to say that our product is essentially where IoT meets experience and economy, both very powerful elements. And it applies to practically anything. Smart buildings, retail, where we can drive visual environment with data, to workplace for narrative environments, experiential immersive spaces, transport to drive crowd behavior in metro stations or trains or Atocha, hospitality for new revenue streams. So across the board. Now, we sell our proprietary software. We sell services, basically solution integration, what the client needs for their business ends. And we sell third-party hardware to make it happen. The client benefits include this: increase asset value, automate experiences, influence human behavior in built environment, in any context, earn revenue from the system. We don't really have proper competition at the moment. It's a very sort of, let's say, old school world, requires a bit of disruption. Our market is primarily smart buildings, but we're looking to expand the existing verticals, create blue oceans there, and we think we can do it. We all have about 20 years or more experience exactly in this space, in digital, physical environments, in built environments. Last year, we sold 1.6 million's worth. This year, it's going to be closer to 5 million as a revenue. And we're looking for partners. You know, join us to create spaces of tomorrow. Thank you.
Fantastic. Absolutely wonderful. Timed it to the second. So much good information in that 3 minutes for our judges to mull over. They are tapping at their iPads. The marks are going up to the mothership. But do they have any questions? I'm going to scan the panel of judges carefully. And so you know they are deep in thought. It looks like that presentation answered all of those questions, going once, going twice. Ladies and gents, oh, we have, I like it. We have a question. Fantastic. If you could introduce yourself again, thank you.
I always let the others be first, okay?
Excellent.
How do you, I mean, I guess this is a lot of physical thing. So how do you scale this business? How does this business project and grow?
We scale the same way, essentially, as SAP did SAP. So true integrators. We provide the platform, we provide the core tech. World is full of capable AV integrators, system integrators, designers. They can all use this.
Okay, thank you.
Fantastic. Wonderful question. I'm glad you got in just before the stop line went. Thank you. Just at the finish line. Any more questions from our wonderful expert judges there? Okay, I think that's it. Ladies and gents, a big round of applause once again for Tapiola Zenius from Scandal Technologies. Super, super interesting. I was very curious about that one, and that was just like answered all of my questions in 3 minutes. That was great. Okay, we are going to move immediately on for another fantastic hot startup from here in beautiful Spain. Tecmox is the most complete SaaS to empower last mile delivery and provide the best consumer customer services. Please welcome to the stage product manager from Tecmox, Enrique Ochoa Prieto.
Yes. Hi everyone. So you may be wondering, this long description is what we do. No, we are an end-to-end last mile logistics platform. To sum up, what we do is that we deliver products to our customers to improve their customer experience. So we do not deliver things. We are not an operational company. What we do is that we develop things. So we develop applications. You can see here what we do is we empower e-commerces, retailers, and third-party logistics. So not just the people selling things, but the people delivering things, which is another market that we think it's not being attacked at the moment. Some of our customers, as you can see here, they are big brands, big names. What we do for them is that we deliver specific solutions and specific tools and applications depending on the business they do. So for instance, e-commerces here, we have a couple of them, you know, AliExpress and Shein. We have also a couple of retailers, Wallet and Alsea. And we also have 3PLs. What is that? This is third-party logistics, people that deliver things. So we have 4PX and Cainiao. Cainiao is the logistic branch of Alibaba Group. So what is the problem here? So many problems, so many things to say. But the main one is that the supply chain is disconnected. And also, it is expensive. So everything we try to do is to improve the unit economics of our customers. As I said, not only the people selling things, but the people delivering things. The most important problem that we can highlight here is that there is a lack of automation of processes and also extreme manual processing. So many things are still delivered by hand. To sum up the previous slide, logistics is a low margin and also a low added value market. So many competitors, quite a commodity. Most of them do the routing, but not all of them have a single point of contact with their own customers. So what is the solution? We have developed this, 4 different applications, 4 different applications for 4 different use cases. We have the sorter application, which is the warehouse management application. We also have the driver application for the people delivering things, the on-demand application for urgent deliveries and retailers, and also we have the customer service module for the people that also need to have, foster closer relationship with their customers. This is some screenshots of what the things we're doing. Obviously, the driver and sorter application, the on-demand application, and the staff management. This is something very important that not all of the routing applications have as a value proposition. So whereas we are delivering 50K deliveries per day, we are not delivering them. Our customers deliver for us. More than 300 daily users, different applications, different use cases. Also 99% delivery accuracy, which is a good number. And when you translate that into unit economics, we have less fuel, less stops, and more margin. This is the team. As you can see, we all come from startups and from a logistics background. Most of them developers from a technological background. And thank you. I did it.
Wow, boom. Yes, exactly on the money. Fantastic. Enrique, well done. Enrique from Tecmox. OK, that was a presentation timed to the nanosecond. But do our judges have any questions about Tecmox? They are making their marks. They are tapping into their iPads, sending their remarks up to the mothership. We have 2 questions. We'll come to you next. Thank you. If you could introduce yourself. Thank you.
Again, Jordi from Inveready Venture Debt. I would like to ask how much plug and play is your solution, and if you need to do like some onboarding when you are chasing different clients in the same industry and the same like use case of your force.
Okay, so the first question, how much plug and play we are? What we try to do from the beginning is to have a code. I am not the technical guy here, but I understand the logics behind it, and the code is so good and so easy to understand by the people we're integrating with, that what we try to do is not to complicate too much, every time we develop something new. So for instance, we have this partner, Vonash, some of you I may know. What they do is that they have a phone masking and WhatsApp for Business solution, okay? So we integrate with them, and with this, starting from that point, everything comes new is adapted to that. So we try to have very short but easy to do integrations with other customers. We understand that integration is of our own pains. Our own pains as a company, integrations with other companies. Not all of them are digitized.
Okay, great question. Thank you so much. And we have another question from our man who comes in with the last-minute questions. If you could introduce yourself to our streaming audience, thank you.
I'm Borja from IoT Business Unit in Telefónica.
Hi.
We have seen several logistics startups, last mile delivery. What differentiates you from the rest? What's like the key point you have?
Okay, so to answer this question, we must refer to how we were born, okay? So we had this operational company, brother company with us. They needed technology. They were looking for other partners, and they actually, they were using our technology, and we developed it ourselves. So the thing is, this is a spin-off from a bigger company, and what we do from the beginning is deliver things to our own company. So we really know the operations, we understand the needs, and we have a really close relation with not only with the users from our own company, but the users from the other companies. So we know that this technology is working. This is something very important. This is crucial, because many companies, they say they will do many things, but they don't, actually. You did not see anything about machine learning, artificial intelligence. We're not doing that yet. It's not our core business. And also the team is very good. I mean, we are 10 people. With 8 of them, they have a technical background. Only 8 out of 10. There's a very small team doing very good things in a very small amount of time.
Fantastic. Okay, muchísimas gracias. Great question. Thank you so much. Ladies and gents, one more time, a big round of applause for Enrique Ochoa Prieto from TechMox. Excellent stuff. Oh my goodness, can you believe we are at the last picture for this category? And it is a good one. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us from Spain is Celeros. They are the European deep tech company based in beautiful Valencia, leading the development of Hyperloop, the 5th mode of transformation. We are thrilled to welcome to the stage their CEO and co-founder. Please give a huge round of applause to David Pistoni from Celeros. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you are enjoying the event. We are Celeros. I'm David Pistoni, CEO and co-founder, and we are based in Valencia. We are the Spanish company leading the development of Hyperloop in Europe. So first of all, what is exactly Hyperloop? Hyperloop is a new transportation concept combining the best from maglev trains and aviation sector. We are levitating and introducing a low-pressure environment inside of the tube. As we are reducing the friction, we can achieve speeds up to 1,000 kilometers per hour with low energy consumption and 0 direct emissions. Hyperloop is actually a 200-year-old idea. It was recovered by Elon Musk in 2013, and since then, different companies like Celeros were created. From 2018, industries, governments, institutions are supporting and investing in this development. And today, there are more than 2 billion euros in projects ongoing, with Europe leading the regulatory and standardization career. The potential of Hyperloop is huge. As a reference, a global Hyperloop network could move more than 7 billion passengers per year, generating a trillionaire opportunity and reducing more than 6.3 gigatons of CO2 emissions by 2050. From Celeros, we started at 2016 winning 2 of the main prizes at the Elon Musk competition. And since then, we are growing really fast. We are 50 team members, more than 180 people involved as an ecosystem. And we have 3 main technologies: linear motor, active levitation, and aerodynamic propulsion. Thanks to the combination of this technology inside of the vehicle, we can first reduce the infrastructure cost, and second, to operate at the aviation pressures, simplifying the certification process and making sure we are safe for passengers. Our market is not only passengers, but cargo. As an example, we are building a pilot project with the Valencia port to prove not only the linear motor for Hyperloop, but also a cargo platform for ports and airports, being market ready for 2025. Our mission is to certify the first Hyperloop vehicle before 2030, and for this we are partnering with key industry leaders like Airbus, CAF, Acciona, or ArcelorMittal. We have strong support from our ecosystem, tech suppliers, research centers, different international top-level investors, and the support of different institutions at national and European level. Finally, I would like to take the opportunity to transmit the importance of supporting hard tech startups, biotech, space, hardware, with longer times to market, but with the potential of transforming our society and industry. Welcome to Celeros, and thank you.
Yes. Fantastic. Absolutely bought that one in. Oh, yes. And now we are going straight to Q&A. That was a brilliant presentation from David Pistoni. And we have a question from our friend. Could you introduce yourself again for our streaming audience? Thank you.
Yeah, my name is Rodrigo. I work for Indra. And I would like to know how you differentiate from other Hyperloop projects around the world.
Thank you for the question. Our main difference is we are including most part of the technologies inside of the vehicle instead of the infrastructure. In this way, we are reducing the technology charge in the infrastructure, reducing the price per kilometer, and also as we are using some kind of aircraft propulsion but electric, we can operate at higher pressures inside of the tube. So this is easier for us as we are not at space levels, but aviation levels. Thank you.
Wonderful. Great question. Your big plans, big partnerships. Do we have any more big questions from our Rockstar jury members? I'm going to scan really carefully. It's OK if there are no more questions. There are no more questions. Ladies and gents, a big round of applause. David Pistoni from Celeros.